Welcome to our pre-technology lesson on construction of polygons, where we use a pair of compass and a ruler only. So we are given a line AB 4 centimeters, and we are supposed to construct a pentagon. So first and foremost, there are steps we shall be following. AB, we are going to put a perpendicular bisector on line AB. So we do an arc there and another arc down there. We transfer our pair of compass, we put it at that point, make an arc there and another arc down below, and then we draw a straight line. So we draw a straight line at that point, draw a straight line at that point. After constructing our perpendicular bisected line AB, we make a perpendicular at point B. So we put our pair of compass at point B, we reduce it a little bit, we strike an arc there and another arc there, we transfer it to this point, we lengthen it a little bit like that, more than 3/4, we strike an arc there and another arc down below, we put our pair of compass there again, we strike an arc there and another arc there, and then we draw a straight line, like that, carefully, like that. Then point number 3, we put our pair of compass at point B and get the length AB, like that. We transfer the length AB there, like that, and we call that point P, and this other point here, we call it M. Now at point M, we put a distance equals to the hypotenuse of our triangle, so it goes carefully there, like that, and then we transfer that point there, and then we call this point our Q, and then from A to Q, we get our measurements from A to Q, like that. I reduce it a little bit to fit exactly like that, from A to Q, and then I stand at point A, make an arc on the left side of M, and then I move on to point B, like that, and then I make another arc to the left side of M, like that, and then I call this point P. I take the distance from A to B, carefully, A to B, like that, and then I strike an arc at this point. I transfer my measurement from B to A, like that, and then I strike another arc there, like that. This one is D, so this one is C, D, and E, like that. Then I carefully join the points, that point to that point, this other point carefully to that point, this point here, C to D, C to D, like that, and then D to E, carefully, D to E, D to E, like that. Then I would have formed my regular pentagon. So this is my pentagon, like that, with clear writing. So in summary, to draw a pentagon, make a perpendicular. This is a perpendicular between point A and B. That is our first step. Second step, move to B. Construct your perpendicular at point B. So you stand there, an arc there, another arc, stand there, another arc. You draw your line. After drawing your line, take the distance from A to B. A to B. While at B, strike an arc at this point P, like that. Then take your distance M to P. You realize M to P is the hypotenuse of this triangle, M to P. So take M to P and then strike your arc at point Q. After striking your arc at point Q, get the length from A to Q, like that. Then while at A, inscribe this circle there, like that, when you are at point A. Then move to point B here. Without adjusting any measurement, draw your other arc on this other region. After drawing your arc, stand at point B, take this measurement, A to B, while you are at point B. Then strike an arc there, transfer the same measurement to this point and strike another arc there again. You are done. And then you join the parts, this one there, this one there, this other one there, this other one there, like that. That is how a pentagon is constructed, with a pair of compass and a ruler only. Now let us look at the hexagon. The hexagon is a six-sided figure. How do we draw it? It's very easy. First and foremost, you get this length from there to that, the length from that point to that point. Then you strike an arc there. You transfer the same distance to that point, strike an arc there. And then you call this point O, like that. Without adjusting any measurement, stand at point O there, like that. Point O there, like that. And draw your circle nicely, like that. Draw your circle nicely, like that. And then transfer the same point, same measurement, without adjusting anything. Strike an arc there, stand there, strike another arc there, stand there, strike another arc there, stand here, strike an arc there, stand here, strike your last arc at that point, and then join the points. You can call this one is A, B, C, D, E, F, and then with our ruler we join our points, like that. We join our points like that. We join our points carefully and accurately, like that. We join our points like that. Join this other point there accurately, like that. And we would have drawn our hexagon which is six-sided figure. So we label it here as hexagon, our six-sided figure. Now below here we are going to construct a triangle so that it will assist us learn something as we proceed. So here, same, an equilateral triangle. We strike an arc there, stand here like this. We strike an arc there. This one was our point A, B, like that. With the help of a pencil, we complete triangle like that. And so we can call this A, B, C. This is an equilateral triangle. This side and this one are the same. So this is a representative of triangles. We have several of them. And then point AB, we construct a square. How do we construct a square? I stand at this point, I adjust my pair of compass like that. I strike an arc there and another arc there like that. I adjust my pair of compass. I stand there, I scribe an arc there, strike another arc there. I stand at this point, strike another there and another arc down there, and then I join the points A to B like that. Then I take the distance from this point to A like that. There, I strike an arc there. I join the two so that this point here. So at this point, I take this distance. I strike an arc there. I come to this point here. I strike an arc there. Come here, that point, strike another arc there. I would have formed my square. Then I join the points accurately like that. This other one, I join it like that, and then I can label my quadrilateral square A, B, C, and D. So this is my square with legible handwriting. So this is my square. Now let us move on to constructing. We had constructed a pentagon, hexagon. Now let us move on to how to construct a heptagon, which is a seven-sided figure. Now to be able to construct a heptagon, we utilize the 30 degrees angle. Remember how to draw a 30 degrees angle? We can get it from bisecting 60, and 60 we can draw it naturally with a pair of compass. So I stand there, I make an arc there like that. I transfer my point to this region. I strike an arc there and I strike another arc there like that. I stand on top here carefully. I strike another arc so they're meeting at that point. Then I look for a straight edge. Straight edge like that. I draw a line that way. Now from point Q, I construct a perpendicular at point P. How do I construct a perpendicular at point P? I stand there, I strike an arc there, and another arc there like that. Move at this point, I adjust my pair of compass to more than 3/4. I strike an arc there, and the other one below here. I transfer my pair of compass to that point. I make an arc there and another arc below, and then I join the arcs. I join the arcs carefully like that. I join the arcs like that, so they are meeting at this point. I'm calling it N. Then I utilize my hypotenuse. You realize this is our triangle, so I'm going to utilize this hypotenuse here. So I lengthen my pair of compass like that up to that point. At that point, I make an arc. At that point, I draw an arc like that. After drawing my arc, I construct a perpendicular bisector of PR. How do I do it? Once again, I utilize arcs. I stand there. I reduce my pair of compass a little bit, 3/4. I make an arc there, an arc there like that. I make another arc below. I transfer my pair of compass to this point. I make an arc there and another arc below. So they are meeting at that point. At that point, I can now draw my perpendicular bisector to line PQ. So I draw my perpendicular like that. They are meeting at this point. So this is my point O. And then I pull a line from P to O accurately like that. And then I stand at point O like that. I draw my circle, like that, and then I take this length, PQ carefully, PQ, and then I strike an arc there, strike another arc there, strike another arc there, I strike another arc here, strike my arc there, and lastly I strike my arc there. And so I join my points carefully like that. This point I join it to that other point like that. I join this point to that point. I join this point there like that. Join this point to that point like that. Carefully. I join that point to this other point like that. And then I would have formed my regular heptagon. So I'm going to call this heptagon for 7 sides. Next, we are going to construct an octagon. Remember, the octagon comes from the word octopus. An octopus is an animal that stays at sea which has 8 legs. Thus the name octagon. So we have PQ. We are going to construct a perpendicular on line PQ. So our line is going to be there like that. So we stand at point Q. We adjust our pair of compass a little bit to that point. We strike an arc there and another arc down below. Stand there, point P, an arc and another arc. I rectify this arc like that. And then I join the arcs carefully with my ruler. Carefully with my ruler. Like that. I call this point M. And then I'm going to take my distance PM. Take my distance PM like that. And then I make an arc at that point. At that point. I make an arc at that point. This point. This point. I transfer my arc to that point. And then I call this point P. And then I take the distance P. Let me call this R. Take PR. PR like that. PR like that, and then I transfer it on top here like this, and then I can call this point my O. So this length, this forms a triangle, so I utilize my hypotenuse. So I'm going to take this distance little bit there like that. After taking my point, I use my O now as my center like that. I draw my circle there like that, and then I take this distance carefully. This distance, I transfer it there. Transfer that, this distance, transfer it there. Remember, we are drawing an octagon. Transfer it there like that. There like that. Lastly, there like that. And our last point there like that. So, I join my points carefully. Join my points, this other point, this other point there, join this other point there, join this point to that point, join this one to that one, point to that point. This is our last point. And then we would have constructed an octagon. So an octagon has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 parts. So this is P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. Now our heptagon had P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. We label this one as our octagon. Like that. Now let us go back to our triangle like that. Our triangle, when you look at our triangle, this angle plus this angle plus this angle is equals to 180 degrees. Now 180 degrees, this is the building blocks of all polygons. Now suppose we want to know how many degrees our square has. What we do, we divide it in terms of squares, in terms of rectangle, sorry. In terms of rectangle, we know that we have two triangles. So this is one triangle, another triangle. Now we know that our basic triangle has 180 degrees. So the two triangles have 360 degrees, which means that a regular four-sided figure, all four-sided figure have 360 degrees in terms of triangle. Now let us move on to our pentagon. Suppose we want to divide it in terms of triangles. How many triangles do we have? Put my line there, and then this is my first triangle. Put another line there. So we have 1, 2, 3 triangles. But one triangle has 180 degrees. Therefore, 3 triangles is 180 times 3. We have 540 degrees. So our pentagon, the sum of interior angles, if you add these angles, all of them, you'll have to get 540. So divide 540, divide by 3 to be able to get each interior angle. Now let us move on to a hexagon. A hexagon is a six-sided figure. Now let us divide it in terms of triangles. In terms of triangles, this is one triangle there. In terms of triangle, this is another triangle. In terms of triangle, lastly, in terms of triangle, we have another triangle there like that. So in total, how many triangles make a hexagon? That is 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles makes a hexagon. So the sum total of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 times 4 is 720 degrees. So to be able to get each interior angle, divide 720, divide by 4, and you are able to get each interior angle. Now let us move on to a heptagon. A heptagon is a 7-sided figure. Now let us divide it in terms of triangles. In terms of triangles, we have one triangle there, this one triangle, and then this is another triangle ending there. This is another triangle, and then this one is another triangle there like that. In total, how many triangles do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, we know that each triangle has 180 degrees. So 5 triangles is 180 times 5, 900 degrees. So the sum total of interior angles of a heptagon, 7-sided figure, is 900. So you can divide 900 divided by 7 sides to be able to get each interior angle as part of your homework. Now let us look at an octagon. An octagon is an 8-sided figure. Now let us divide it in terms of triangles. We see how many triangles we have. So there, like that is one triangle. Second triangle, like that. From that point, carefully, another triangle, carefully, like that. This is another triangle, carefully, like that. And lastly, we have this other triangle. How many triangles make an octagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And one triangle has 180 degrees. So 6 triangle, how many degrees are those? This is 0, 48 carry 4, 6 times 1 is 6, plus 4 is 10. So an irregular octagon 8-sided figure has 1080 degrees. So you can divide 1080 divide by 8 sides to be able to get each interior angle. And once again, you do lots of practice so that you can be able to understand fully how to construct polygons accurately. Once again, as part of your homework, how many sides can we construct so that we can be able to form a circle? How many sides of a polygon can we construct so that we can be able to form a circle? Find out. Good day.